Thank you. Thank you, Masha. And I think you've kind of made a very good introduction into my presentation, because I am a true believer that a lot of the issues that we are facing is a terminology issue. And different people, even in the same industry, discuss these topics from their specific point of view of the world and their specific definition of a specific topic, a PSP or an orchestrator or an acquirer or an ISO or a PayFac. And this is where a lot of the confusion comes. So welcome to our presentation. My name is Sorel Tal from Rapid. With me here is Arjan from Paybird, one of our esteemed partners in Portugal and across Europe. And we'll be speaking about a specific, I would say, implementation of an orchestration. You can call it an ISV, you can call it an ISO. There are many names that we can call, but I think the important thing is to see the value that we generate through this presentation. As long as my voice will hold, I'll be speaking, and otherwise Arjan will need to take over and do more speaking. You know, 2 days at MPE is full of meetings, full of presentations, full of discussions, full of partying at night, and this is how it looks at the end of 2 days.
Yeah, and we decided to have a joint presentation because we strongly believe it's in the end the weakest link in the chain that determines the strength. Right? So whatever party you cooperate with, in the end, it's always a partnership of partners. And we believe that this partnership is really crucial for the omnichannel experience, where you would like to have the same experience, whether it's online, in-store, through mobile. Customers, as long as they have hardly noticed that there's a payment stage in that whole process, you know, the whole transaction will be smoothless, seamless. And I think that's the goal that we have for today. So what we will do here, we will explain a little bit what is that journey, right? From where you have the multi-channel experience to the omni-channel experience. How does it go? What's the difference? So multi-channel, when you look at the past, you had really a different customer journey for the various channels that you can offer. And the moment that customers notice it's different, the experience is different, then automatically they start thinking. So they reach that payments touch point, and then they start thinking. They don't recognize, they don't understand exactly what's happening, how to proceed. Now, the moment that you have an omnichannel experience, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're in store or you're online, because the experience in the end is all the same. And the moment that customers don't have to think about that last stage, you know, they can just join the experience of purchasing your products. That's the goal.
Yeah, but from a payments point of view, and I think this discussion is how do we take the payments infrastructure and move it into an omni-channel solution. The change from multi-channel to omni-channel is much more significant than, you know, just a customer experience. And the thing is that we, as payment experts, we tend to look at the payment side of the process. So as long as we were looking at multi-channel solution, providing just card present or just online presentation, payment processing or in-app processing, it was pretty simple. We could deliver that end-to-end capability because it didn't require any additional capabilities from our systems. When we're moving into omni-channel and we have to integrate, or the merchant, the retailer has to integrate all of these capabilities into, at the end, into the payment stack, that requires additional services. And we believe, as a global acquirer, that we are not in a position to provide all of these additional services to meet the specific requirements of a specific customer in a specific country or a specific region. And this is where partnerships come in, and we partner with local partners that can provide these additional capabilities that we'll be describing later into a real end-to-end omni-channel solution, which is an integration of a strong and core payments capabilities and added value services, bringing this into a complete omni-channel solution.
Yeah, correct. I think you have some examples here, slides. What are the current challenges that you will see in the omni-channel experience? And of course, part of it is really payments, right? Where you have, for example, limited payments options, etc., etc. Part is it also about the experience. What are the other elements that are important for the customer journey to make sure that they have that pleasant experience on purchasing the products?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In terms of the omnichannel experience, again, us as acquirers look at the payment part of the omnichannel, but there is much more to it when it comes to providing this solution. It requires integration into the merchants or the retailers' ERP solutions. It requires supporting multiple payment channels, all the way from card present, different Android-based terminals in store, checkout buckets like we see at different retailers today. You come in with your, whatever you put in your shopping cart, you throw it in, you press and pay, and you go all the way to online. All of these services at the end will all funnel down into payment capabilities, and this is where the acquirer needs to provide a more capable API. It's no longer just a payment API. This is the amount, this is the currency, and that's it. We need to provide a more rich, data-capable APIs to cater for the retailers' different capabilities. They want to know where this transaction is coming from in the store, from what store it's coming, in the country, in the city, what floor it is, to the end of the day, who was the sales agent on the floor that has performed this sale. All of this data need to be reconciled together with the payment infrastructure and sent back through the single reconciliation files back into the retailer, in the store, in the country, and if they operate in multiple countries, across multiple countries. There's other capabilities that are required from us as a payment provider, as a card acquirer to provide. We now see many retailers moving away from these old, hardware-based cashiers into Android-based or iOS-based payment terminals. Building a payment terminal is costly, is lengthy, it requires a lot of certification, which is not really scalable for a retailer to do it over and over again, even if it's a large retailer, not to mention smaller retails. So an acquirer, if you can generate what we would call a payment SDK or a core payment app that will enable ISVs, our partners, and the retailers to package their own customer-facing application or payment application on top of that core payment application, where they don't have to go over and over again and certify their application, this is a significant added value. Integrating a soft POS, a white label soft POS solution that they can use on their different mobile terminals or these new Android terminals as a checkout position. This is also a significant addition. So there's many things that we as an acquirer can implement and enable to our local partners to provide this end-to-end customized solution for a retailer, where we focus on optimizing the payment stack.
And that's your role of the acquirer, right?
You want to add something about?
Well, I think the only thing that for me is important, and I think we just had a presentation about efficiency. Yes, I think efficiency is important, but when you look at the structure of paper, the vision that we have is how can you balance between customer intimacy, operational excellence, and product leadership, right? So I think you have to do all three of that. And that's a very complex task, because the world is changing rapidly, new payment methods, new expectations from customers, new countries that you would like to enter with your business. Now, how can you now do all three at the same time? Operational excellence, customer intimacy, and product leadership. And again, I think that's where we believe we are very close to the merchants to understand, their experience, not only for their customer or for the finance department, also for IT, also for the compliance departments of those big companies. So I think there are many stakeholders, the people in the stores that also have to operate the terminals. How convenient is it for them? And I think that that's our specialty, right? Really dig deep in what's really happening on the ground. And then, of course, we need to have partners to do the global sourcing, do the global acquiring, all those kind of services.
I'll go back to the role of the acquirer. There's a couple of other things that, as an acquirer, we should deliver if we want to play in this space of providing a global platform to enable our local partners to provide an end-to-end omnichannel solution. I think Adam mentioned tokenization. What we've seen in optimizing the authorization rate in some of the use cases that we were working with global retailers, usually in the payment space we talk about the authorization, the approval rate of a transaction. But the truth is that, especially when we're talking about online transactions, this is much more complicated because there is the authentication part that is coming in. And actually, the true approval rate is a combination of the authentication and the authorization. And we've learned that you can almost only achieve this if you're using the same provider for the 3DS solution as your acquirer, because the optimization is not only an optimization on the acquirer side, it's also an optimization of the merchant side, the data points that they serve or they share with the acquirer that can be used. And I think Adam also mentioned AI, using AI tools to optimize this end-to-end approval process of the transaction. Another role of an acquirer, especially an acquirer that wants to support global retailers, is global licensing. If you operate in multiple countries and multiple regions as a retailer, and you now need to integrate into a specific acquirer in a specific country, because as we all know as payment experts, Visa, MasterCard require an acquirer to serve customers in their country or in the region. Now, if you move into another country or another region, you need to start over again and integrate and optimize all of this stack on top of another acquirer. So the capability of an acquirer to provide multiple global licenses and support their customers as they expand globally is, I think, a significant role of the acquirer. Now, I think I'll continue with this slide, Arjen. The message I think we're trying to make here, and I'm trying to make here, is that partnership is crucial. While we look at the world from a payment point of view, and you think, yes, we have a very efficient payment processing stack, we can conquer the world. The truth is that when we start moving into specific merchant requirements, we need a local partner. We need somebody that can work with the partner locally, understand their language, understand their requirements, understand the local behavior, and build this layer. Now, this layer, some people can call it orchestration, where they orchestrate certain services, integrate different acquirers, integrate different services from different providers, like the integrations into the ERP, an application that runs on the local terminal in the local language, and connection to local payment methods that the acquirer, doesn't always support in the specific countries. So this intimate partnership is what enables us, together to provide these end-to-end capabilities to our mutual customers.
Yeah, and again, I think the experience that we have, the moment that you have that kind of partnership, you also have the experts to see how can you improve the decline rates. Still something that a lot of merchants are not that much on top of. And I think it's really about the kind of information that you have, the global developments that you see, where we can benefit from that expertise, where we know exactly what the merchants need and how we can improve that experience on the merchant level.
Yep. And another crucial point to enable this partnership to grow and scale is to enable the partner to onboard merchants at scale. One of the basic issues with scaling on the acquiring space is the onboarding, the KYC, the underwriting of the merchants. And when you work with local partners that want to scale and sell acquiring services to a very large number of customers in the countries they operate, an efficient onboarding capability and efficient API for onboarding, AI capabilities to automate and accelerate this onboarding process is what helps our local partners to scale very quickly. And we, for example, have partners that onboard with us more than 1,000 merchants a month. And these are approved almost instantaneously, which enables our partners to grow very quickly across the different countries that they operate in.
Yeah, maybe you skipped. Yeah, I think what we were planning to do, but again, we don't have that much time left, to be honest. Explain a little bit how that will look like. Just two examples here: customers of Paybird in Portugal. Worten is a large retail chain. Decathlon, I think you know them. And I think nowadays, of course, the moment that you have an app-to-app integration, where the ERP app is running on a mobile device, where the same mobile device can actually also be used for payments, right? You can just walk around with your customers, where the customer customer can select the product that he or she would like to have on the spot. You actually scan the product, the RFID code is deactivated. At the end, you will just do the payment. And for the customer, it's just a great experience to have that kind of service, that kind of support on the spot. And the moment that you finish your service talk to your customer, actually the payment is already done. I think that's really a great experience.
Yeah, well, before they kick us out of stage, and thank you, Arjen, for joining me, stop by because we still have a few slides, but we'll not go them because we're just over time. So you can stop by at our booth and or contact Arjen and myself, and we can share with you, or happy to share with you, a complete presentation with the slides and all the insights about how the collaboration between a local partner, a local orchestrator, and an acquirer can provide an end-to-end solution to our customers.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.